I had to learn and accept that most people that I come across do not self reflect. They don't see that, hey, I should treat people the way I want to be treated. I accept that the fact that they feel that they can be who they are and say what they want, and no matter what nobody thinks, even if I hurt people's feelings and I don't even consider that, hey, it will come back to me. And that's what I had to accept because, and along with that, me personally, I had to really keep my guards up to where I just keep things minimum in conversations, opinions, and even situations where people would just ask for advice. I just keep it short and brief. And an example, they would come and question me and ask me what I think about this, knowing that they're not gonna listen. Instead, they'll just come and an example and do the opposite, where it's just wasting your time. And these same people will come and trying to blame you, trying to start trouble with you, trying to say anything and any little thing to make you feel some type of way. And they'll make up lies about you, say things about you that it was not true. And you know that, and you know this person, who they are. Until someone does it to them, then it's a big deal. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Before I get into the video and tell you the title of the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Today, let's talk about it. Most people who do you wrong and that do people wrong won't know what they got going towards them until they're going through their karma. Let's talk about it. We got those people who will do and say anything to you, or they'll say it to people, do it to people. And a lot of times it's gonna happen to you because we're talking about what they do, right? Because they won't believe it. If somebody can do something to someone that's so foul and so messed up, they can do it to you, especially if they're telling you what they're doing. And those are the ones you have to be very careful from. And let's talk about it. We got those in our family. We got those, especially people that you don't even barely know, especially in these times now where people are just, they just, you don't know what's going on right now. And it's only going to get worse. And that's why I always make videos and I always talk about cutting people off, staying to yourself, and sometimes, a lot of times too, that group of friends, and that's sometimes I'll be watching too. I just be like from a distance, and I see a group of friends, and I'm not in nobody's business and whatnot, right? But sometimes I just sit there, and I could just be from a distance, and I just see that friend group of an example, like let's make be like 5, 6, 10 people, and you question like, I'm not saying all of them are like that because I don't know, but I question is like, yo, is this really genuine? You know what I mean? How many of them really do like each other, right? But I say that to say that everything, especially in this world, is very, like, you have to be very careful. And we live in a world now where it's always been that way, but it's now shown in social media, it's shown now, you know, it's shown as if like this is what you're doing is great. What they're doing is great. They'll show you what they really feel, how they feel. You see it all the time. People say things and then don't even think that, hey, if somebody was to say this to me, it could be anything that disrespectful, and think about, oh dang, let me think about like how would that make me feel? You know what I mean? What if somebody did that to me? Of course they don't care because it's not them. And you have those who would have a conversation with you and you know that they're lying and they're making up something that's not true. And it's like they just make up things and make it look like that you said this, you did that, or they'll make up rumors and then you just hear it from other people like, what? This is what this person said, and it's like, yo, and they believe what they say, and you know that there's something wrong with them. You know it. And like I said, we live in a world too. Mental illness is an all-time high. Yes, mental illness. A lot of people are hurting inside. They're going through so much to where they don't even have an identity. They get around groups of people, and and a lot of these people have trauma, and they have so much things that's going on within them, and then all they do is just trauma bonding and trying to make it look like that it's, everything is okay, and realistically they're all going through hard times. I had to be careful. I had to be careful where I had to grow within myself, where I would interact with other people, and this was some time ago. They were going through something and very similar, and that we just kept on talking until it was no solution, but we were just kept on talking about the same thing. Oh, I went through this, I went through that, I went through this, and then not realizing that, hey, we're both hurt. But we got those who'll disrespect you, who'll say certain things, and then the way they'll apologize to you, they will come and give you gifts. They will try to come around you and try to tell you nice things and tell you you're this and you're that, you're cool, you're that, and make it look like that nothing ever happens. And that's why you got to be very careful. And someone's gonna say in the comments like, yo, you're a grown man, and you should be able to do this and do that. Excuse me. You should be able to just let things slide, and you being sensitive. But a lot of people tell you things in code. Nobody's going to tell you that, oh, yo, you're this, you're that, you're this. Because they don't want to face the fact that, hey, make it look like there's something that they're not. And that's why I must say, you have to and must really be very careful who you interact with and who you still keep in your life. But regardless that is, those people who do you wrong and people that do people wrong, they got karma towards them. They don't realize it until they're going through it, and even then they still do not realize it until it's too late. You got people that will you do business with, and they will do you dirty on the other side until when they realize that they want to do business with you no more. You don't want to do business with them anymore. And then guess what? It's not until they lose it all, or something happens where nothing's coming in anymore, and that's all they had to think about. And even then, they still blame other people. And that's why I say, why do even matter and care about trying to save someone? Somebody do you wrong, it's not that they telling you, they show you what they are, and believe it. Believe it. Because life is too short. Life is too short, especially if you are trying to help someone that don't want to be helped. Also, you're helping someone to hurt you. You understand? So this is one of the reasons why I say, if someone show you who they are, believe it. And then when you distance yourself from them, guess what? They won't. That's when they'll see it, and what they'll do, they're trying to come around you, trying to hit you up, and trying to make it look like that everything is all good, just so they can avoid the pain and the reality of what they did to you. So this is one of the reasons why I must say, and I'm telling you, this is yourself. Stay away from people, because those people that do you dirty and saying certain things and being a certain way around you, The minute that you leave them alone, that's when they'll realize that, hey, what they did was wrong, and even then they still won't. But that's not for you to try to fix, all right? So this video resonate with you. I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend. Best friend. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.